The Cleveland Browns are about to pull off the most insane draft day heist in the history of the franchise, and if the latest mock draft from the industry's top expert is right, the rest of the AFC North is in serious trouble. We are talking about a total offensive overhaul that could turn a disastrous protection unit into a brick wall overnight, but there is one massive catch that has fans absolutely divided. Could the Browns really pass on a generational wide receiver talent at pick 6 just to gamble on a high upside protector? The answer to that question will define the next decade of football in Cleveland, and the logic behind it is actually genius if you look at the numbers. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. We are officially in the heat of draft season, and the scenarios being thrown around are getting wilder by the second. When the most respected name in draft analysis drops a new projection, you listen, especially when it involves the Browns having 2 picks in the first round to completely fix their broken offense. The 2025 season left a lot of scars, and if this team wants to avoid another year of watching their quarterback get buried in the dirt, they have to be aggressive. But nobody expected the board to fall quite like this. To understand why the Browns' pick at number 6 is such a shocker, you have to see the chaos that happens right before them. At number 1, it's a total lock. Fernando Mendoza is heading to the Las Vegas Raiders to try and save that franchise. Then things get spicy. The New York Jets, picking at 2, go with edge rusher David Bailey. At 3, the Arizona Cardinals grab the versatile Ohio State star Arvell Reese. The Tennessee Titans follow that up by snagging Jeremiah Love at 4, and the Giants keep the Buckeye trend going by taking Caleb Downs at 5. Do you notice what's missing? Not a single wide receiver. Not a single offensive lineman. The board is wide open for Cleveland to take the best playmaker in the country, but instead, the experts have them making a move that is pure trench warfare strategy. But wait until you hear the specific name being linked to Cleveland at 6, because his stats are actually borderline superhuman. Who do you think is the biggest must-have player for the Browns this year? Drop a name in the comments right now. With the 6th overall pick, the prediction is that the Cleveland Browns select Monroe Freeling, the massive offensive tackle out of Georgia. Now, if you aren't a college football nut, you might be wondering why a guy with only 18 starts is being projected this high. It's simple, he is an athletic freak of nature. Freeling is 6 feet 7 inches and 300 pounds, but he moves like a tight end. At the combine, he posted a relative athletic score of 9.99 out of 10. That is essentially a perfect grade. He ran a 4.95 40-yard dash. For a man that size to run sub 5 seconds is absolutely legendary. The logic here is that Cleveland is hitting the total reset button on the line. They've already been active, bringing in guys like Zion Johnson and Elgton Jenkins, and getting DeJuan Jones back from that brutal knee injury. But the left tackle spot, that's been a disaster zone. We saw Cam Robinson get beaten time and time again last year, leaving the quarterback with zero chance to even set his feet. Freeling is the final piece. Last season at Georgia, he allowed 0 hits on his quarterback. 0. He's a pass-blocking specialist with 34-inch arms that keep defenders at bay. However, taking a tackle at 6 means passing on a guy like Carnell Tate. It's a massive risk. Are you okay with passing on a superstar receiver to protect the blind side? It's the ultimate boring but necessary pick. But the real magic of this mock draft isn't just what happens at pick 6. It's the absolute miracle that happens later in the first round that makes this a masterclass in roster building. The draft board continues to tumble in ways that seem almost too good to be true for Cleveland. After Freeling goes at 6, the receivers finally start flying off the board. Carnell Tate goes to the Saints at 8, and Jordan Tyson heads to Miami at 11. Defensive stars and other tackles like Francis Mauigoa and Caden Proctor get snatched up by the Rams and Lions. By the time we get to the Browns' second pick at number 24, you'd assume the cupboard is bare. You'd assume they missed their chance at a true WR1. But then, the impossible happens. At pick 24, the Cleveland Browns select Mai Lemon, the explosive wide receiver out of USC. If this actually happens, it's a total home run. We are talking about a guy who put up over 1,000 yards in just 12 games. Even though he's listed at 5 feet 11 inches, he plays like he's 6 feet 4 inches. He is a separation machine. In an offense that struggled to move the chains and constantly went 3-and-out, Lemon is the get-out-of-jail-free card. He gets open instantly. Think about the fit here. You have Monroe Freeling protecting the quarterback, giving him time to breathe, and then you have Mai Lemon carving up the secondary. This isn't just rebuilding, this is a hostile takeover of the AFC North. Some people are worried about Lemon's diva potential. He's got that alpha personality that can sometimes rub people the wrong way, but when you play with the intensity of an Amon-Ra St. Brown, teams will live with the attitude. So here is the spicy comment challenge for you. If you are the GM, and you can only pick one, do you take the elite left tackle at pick 6 to save your quarterback's life, or do you take the superstar wide receiver and pray the blocking holds up? Tell me why in the comments. The reality is that Cleveland's wide receiver room right now is fine, but it isn't feared. Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman are solid, but they didn't exactly set the world on fire last year. The Browns had a league low in specific receiving yardage categories, and that is a direct result of two things: no time to throw and no one winning their matchups. This draft strategy solves both problems in one night. By taking Freeling at 6, you secure the most important position on the line for the next decade. He's young, he's fast, and his ceiling is the Pro Bowl. Then, by snagging Lemon at 24, you give your offense a spark plug that can turn a 5-yard slant into a 70-yard touchdown. It's a high-octane approach to a team that looked stuck in the mud for most of 2025. It's easy to look at this and say it's just a mock draft, but these projections are based on what league insiders are hearing about the Browns front office. They are tired of the Band-Aid fixes. They want a foundation. If the board falls this way, Cleveland goes from a question mark to a contender in the span of 4 hours. But wait until you hear what the scouts are saying about the other tackles the Browns passed on to get Freeling. There is a hidden danger in this pick that nobody is talking about yet. The critics will point to Freeling's lack of starts. 18 games in college isn't a lot of experience when you're being asked to block the best edge rushers in the NFL. Compare that to someone like Caden Proctor, who was a multi-year starter at Alabama against the best of the SEC. The Browns are betting on raw, unteachable traits: the height, the reach, the sub-5-second speed. It's a swing for the fences move. If he misses, the franchise is set back 3 years. If he hits, he's the next Joe Thomas. And then there's the Mai Lemon factor. Some scouts think he won't even be there at 24. They think a team like the Ravens or the Steelers will snag him just to keep him away from Cleveland. If Lemon is gone, does the Browns' plan fall apart? Or do they have a secret backup plan in the second round that involves trading back up into the first? This is the drama of the NFL draft. It's a chess match played with human lives and millions of dollars. The Browns have the pieces to make a championship run, but they have to be perfect on draft night. No more excuses, no more disaster seasons. It's time for a masterclass in management. How would you grade this mock draft for the Browns? Give me an A, B, C, D, or F in the comments. I want to see if the dog pound is feeling this vision or if you think the experts are smoking something. Everything is on the line. The future of Cleveland football starts at the podium. Make sure you stay locked in, because as we get closer to April, the rumors are only going to get crazier. We will be here every step of the way to break down every trade, every signing, and every massive draft buster steal. Would you like me to break down the top 5 wide receiver targets the Browns should look at if Mai Lemon is taken before pick 24?